am here today with a kind of get ready with me voiceover for this look that I have here. I had a lot of requests to do a tutorial using the Natasha Denona Safari palette, so I have been playing with this for about a week now, and I have to say I really love it. Now, you guys know, if you follow me, that I have had multiple Natasha Denona palettes in the past, and they just did nothing for me. Not that they weren't good shadows or beautiful palettes, but I just I don't know, they just did nothing for me. So I've purchased like the big white palettes that are like $250. I purchased both of them, ended up selling them on Mercari because I literally used them maybe twice. I bought the Star palette, ended up selling that on Mercari because I didn't really use it. I found that the Sephora Pro Warm palette kind of did the same thing for me, and it was much cheaper. So, you know, I've had a few and I've definitely passed them on to somebody else because I don't know, for some reason they just didn't wow me enough to keep. Not saying that they're bad or the shadows aren't good. I just wasn't inspired by them, I guess. So anyways, oddly enough, I bought the Camel palette, the little small one, and really fell in love with it, which it's funny because it's just very neutral. The two medium matte shades are very similar, but I fell in love with that palette. And so when I saw the promo pictures for this one, I got really excited, and I just love the color tones in this. I think it's just because it's it definitely has warmth to it, but then there's just I don't know, something about it was very inspiring, intriguing to me, and I love the olive green packaging. I just fell in love with the photos. So I have been using this solely for the last week since I've gotten it. Now, the one thing I do have to say is these, if you are a medium or deeper skin tone, these will be great highlight shades for you for your brow bone. They're just a slight bit too dark for me, especially when I'm more fair. Almost a little bit too pink, and the other one's just a little bit too yellow. So it doesn't give me a nice brightening effect. But other than that, using a brow bone color, this has been an awesome palette. I have used these colors. I had this one on my lid in an Instagram photo with those two colors in the outer V and the dark blue, really smoked out on the lower lash line. Today I have quite a few of the colors on as well. So I just really love the way the look came out. I love these mattes, they're really nice. So I'm just gonna kind of take you through the tutorial for this look, and products that I use will be listed down below. And yeah, if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie. I hope you enjoy this video and you decide to stay a while by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you leave, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my videos. And without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So I'm starting off by priming my skin with the Makeup Forever Nourishing Primer. It's been one of my favorites lately. It has a nice tacky base without adding too much glow or really mattifying the skin, but it really helps adhere the foundation to my face. And then I'm going in with this Charlotte Tilbury Glow product. It's new. I got it as a little Sephora Point Perk, I think. And I'm just applying this under my foundation to the high points of my face. So my cheekbones, I'll put it down the center of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, just to add a nice subtle glow underneath my foundation. It doesn't do anything too crazy, it's very natural, but I really, really like it, and I like the way it turned out with this look. And then the Physicians Formula Healthy Balance Foundation. This stuff is amazing. I am using two shades. I'm using Light Neutral 3 and Light Neutral 4. I also popped the stopper out of mine. You can just use a pair of tweezers and pop that rubber stopper out, and it really helps you get a little bit more foundation on the little doe foot applicator. Otherwise, I feel like I'm constantly redipping it in, trying to get more product out, and this just makes it really, really easy. And I'm just using my Blue Sapphire Beauty Blender. I get a lot of questions where I got this. It was sent in PR, but I think you can get it at Sephora. It's just their Sapphire Blue. You know, they always come out with new colors. So it's just a beauty blender, and I am blending in the foundation. I love this foundation. It's lightweight, very natural looking, and looks beautiful on the skin. And then going in with my Laura Mercier Fusion Concealer, which you guys know that I love. I use 1C Cool and 2C, I think, or maybe it's 2N. Anyways, I mixed both of them, and I'm just putting it under my eyes, down the center of my face, and then using my beauty blender to blend it out. I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia contour stick in Fawn, and I'm going to just go down the center of my nose, or the sides of my nose. Don't go down your center. The side of my nose, skipping that one little spot because my nose is a little bit crooked there, and if I contour that, it just makes that indent even more prominent. And then I'm using this little contour brush or concealer brush from Kat Von D. And then the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Honey. I really love this shade for bronzing up my skin. And so I'm just doing one little dot on each side of my forehead. It's very pigmented, so you really don't need much product at all. And blending it out with my beauty blender. Sometimes I'll use a brush, but today I decided to blend it out with my beauty blender. Then using my e.l.f. tapered brush, I'm going to go in with the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I love this. It's the only banana powder I've been able to use for my skin tone that isn't super yellow. I think they just came out with a peach one as well, and it just works really great at setting my lids. It sets my side of my nose and then under my eyes. And then using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder, I'm just setting the rest of my face with this big fluffy brush from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collection. And then taking that lightest matte color in the Most Loved Mattes palette by Milani, I'm just putting this on my brow bone. I mentioned later on in this video, or even in the intro, that the two lightest brow bone shades in this next palette I'm going to be using are just a little bit too dark for my skin tone. So I used the one in the other palette. And then I'm taking this color called Tamarind and a fluffy brush. Any fluffy brush will work. I can't remember if this is a MAC or a Sigma, but you can just use any big fluffy brush, and I'm blending that into the crease. And this blends so beautifully, and it just blends out and diffuses. It's just such a gorgeous color. I did see a look on the Natasha Denona website where this color Tamarind was on a deeper skin tone and all over the lid, and it was absolutely stunning. So as I am doing here, you're just blending it in the crease, blending it up above the crease a little bit. I'm taking it into that inner part of my eye, and all of my new fall shows just came out, so I was watching them while I was filming this tutorial. So I first was starting out by just kind of doing more of a cut crease, like not bringing it down onto that outer corner, and then I decided actually I want to bring it on the outer corner, so I'm just using the same brush, same color, and I'm blending it into that outer corner. As you can see, it kind of came down to my lash line. And then this is a brush from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Eye Collection. I bought the whole big complete kit, so I think you can either get this separately or in the eye kit or in the complete kit. And taking that same Tamarind color, and I am blending that on the lower lash line. Then I'm going in with this color called Amara, A-M-H-A-R-A, Amara. It's a really pretty kind of terracotta shade, and I am blending that into the crease. I really love this brush. I mentioned it in my favorites video, so if you haven't checked that out, I will link that up here so that you can see it. This was one of the brushes. I really love this. You just get the tip of it into your eyeshadow, and it just blends into the crease so nicely. So I'm just blending it back and forth, kind of going a little bit lower than we took Tamarind. Then I'm going in with Masai, and it's a really pretty kind of purpley brown shade. And I am taking that with the same brush and just going into the crease, keeping it a little bit lower and dragging it down onto the lower lash line corner area. And I just love how it deepened it up and just kind of added a little bit more dimension. I love the way these colors play together. It is kind of a warmer palette, but it's not overly warm, and I just love the way that this look ends up turning out. Going back in with Amara, which is that terracotta shade, and I'm just stamping that with the same brush on the outer third and kind of bringing it in halfway in, just lightly stamping it so that it will blend with the lid color that we're putting on. And these just blend so nicely. It's really hard to overblend them to where they like disappear, and they're just so nice. I've been using this palette so much, and I just love it. I love the colors in it, and it's just been a really fun palette to play with. Then I'm gonna mix Tamarind and the color Malia, or did I use Aya? Anyways, one of the lighter shades in that color we first used in the crease, and I'm going to mix those and put those on my lid. If you have a deeper skin tone, the tamarind color would look gorgeous all over your lid, but it was just a little bit too dark for the look I was going for. And as you can see, look, they just blend so nicely. These mattes are dreamy. Going back in with a little bit more of the Amara color, just to kind of blend that into the deeper color that we put in the crease and that outer V, and then I'm taking that same color, same brush, and just running that under the lower lash line. Then I'm taking Voodoo, which is a nice deep chocolatey brown, and I am stamping that just on the outer third to deepen that up just the slightest. And again, these mattes just blend really, really nicely. They're not chalky, they're just very buttery and creamy and blendable. And I think that's why I've enjoyed this palette so much. Like, look how easy that was. Going back in with the brush I was using before, and I'm just blending along the side. I don't think I had any additional product. I was just slightly blending out that deep Voodoo color. And then I'm taking this Ardency in purple liner. This is so, I hate doing anything in the waterline, it's so gross. But I'm just putting that in the waterline, and then I'm going to stamp that Masai color right on top of that. So it's not going to be a super vibrant purple, it'll have kind of more of that burgundy tone. And I'm just going to stamp that on the waterline and then right along the lash line. And then we're going to go and blend it out with a little bit of that Voodoo color, just very, very slightly. And any brush that you see here that is a white handle, those are all from the Jaclyn Hill collection. Then taking a brush with just a tiny bit of the tamarind color, I am blending that out. And then any liner you want to use will work. This one is the Dior liquid liner. I'm just doing a really basic line just to be able to pop some lashes on. And then I'm going to go in with my bronzer. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion in 15i, and this amazing bronzing brush that I love, again from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection. This is not sponsored by Morphe. I'm not affiliated with them. I just, when it came out, I was really excited about it. So I did purchase the whole collection, and I talked about it in my favorites video. And I'm just going to do some light bronzing, contouring, and chiseling out the face. It was looking a little bit one-dimensional and flat, so bronzing and contouring really does help add some life back to it. And then this is called Flesh and Fantasy. It is from Marc Jacobs, and I'm just putting that on my cheeks. I've been loving that this fall. This blush is so great. And the Caution mascara from Hourglass, I've been really loving that as well. So we're going to put a little highlighter on. This is Kylie Cosmetics Fiji, and I'm using a little Wet n Wild brush. They also have one in the Morphe collection with Jaclyn Hill too, but I just love mine so much. But they're pretty much the same type of brush. So if you wanted to get the collection, there is a brush similar to that in that collection. And we're just gonna highlight all over the face. Going in with my lip liner, this is Sinker Suede from Sephora. Don't mind my chappy lips. I totally was not paying attention to the fact that they were so chappy, so just ignore that. And then I'm going to take the Pillow Pout from Buxom, which I've been loving these. This is in Whisper, and I'm just going to tap that on, and then we'll go in with some gloss. It's the new Fenty Balm Gloss, the silvery one. It smells so delicious. I'm just tapping that right in the center of my lips. The original one would probably have been better for this look, but I just really wanted to wear this one, so I made it work. But it's really pretty, kind of like that icy silver look. And then I'm going to go in with the Fiji and put it right in the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm also going to tap that right under my brow, right on my brow bone, so that I can add a little bit of lift there. And then I'm going to go in and contour my nose very quickly. This is a MAC brush, or Makeup Geek brush. Yeah, this one's a Makeup Geek brush. It's just a flat brush, works really great for contouring if you want to use a powder contour. And that is it for the finished look.
So that is it for the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did you pick up the Natasha Denona Safari palette? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!